How's it going, beasts? CJP here with a sluggishly accelerating MX5. If you watched the last episode, you'll know this was my turbo build, but I've actually completely reverted this back to stock. I didn't actually realise the acceleration was so poor from stock, so I suppose we've got our work cut in for us. But what I've decided I'm going to do is, like last time, go ahead with the boosted JDM drift build. But if you guys watched the last episode, then you know that I actually said that I was going to take the MX5 and do a bit more with it. So still, oh man, again, shut up. Again, go with a boost build, but this time I'm going to go drift build, right? But also I'm going to go a bit more in depth with what I do with my tuning, so I know some people are probably interested in that sort of thing. Alright guys, so let's get started. So first things we're going to concentrate is our engine and power. So we're not going to max everything out because we don't want some stupidly high class car, but for the most part it is like the best. I'll explain it as I go, you'll understand as I do it. So obviously get the engine breathing. We're going to go with a race intake. We're going to keep our intake of throttle body and fuel system stock. Going to go with a race ignition and exhaust, and our cams will go for race. Now at this point it's actually worth me backing out quickly just so I don't forget. Going to my conversion and my aspiration and throwing a single turbo on there, because as I said, we want this boosted JDM beauty that's going to be going sideways for us. So let's go back to cams. That was where we was at, wasn't it? Yeah. So race valves, definitely race valves, and displacement will probably go for race. Pistons and compression will keep to stock. Our single turbo, sport or race? Sport. We'll go for a sport turbo manifold. Intercooler is going to stay stock. Our oil and cooling is going to go for race, obviously. So I suppose we're uprating certain things. It's surprising with the intercooler and pistons. If you do want to do that, then go ahead, but I wouldn't suggest doing any MX5. Cars like the S13, Skylines, anything like that, do the pistons and the intercooler for sure. But with this, it's like minimum power gains, and like, if anything, it actually just adds weight to the car. I don't see how that works. I suppose it's a bigger intercooler, more piping, it makes sense. But for that minimum amount of power gain, I mean 14 horsepower, in the real world is a lot, but in game, like once you see the build complete, you'll understand. So for our platform and handling, we're going to go for pretty much race everything. So we're going to go for race brakes, springs, get the car nice and slammed, anti-roll bars both front and back. Roll cage, got to get that half cage in. Now is that JDM or not? This is 44 kg. That is a heavy roll cage. That is about 3/4 of my weight, and I weigh, I weigh 62 kilograms, I think. I don't know what that is in stone, God knows. Drivetrain. So drivetrain or race. So like I said, I'm going to show you guys how I tune my car as well. It is kind of important because it does completely change characteristics of how the car acts when you're driving it. So don't worry, I will show you guys all of that. Tyres and rims. So we're going to keep stock tyre compound. For our front and rear tyres, I already know I all 235s or 215s. Now this is kind of up to other people. 215s or 235s. For the fronts, I'm actually going to go with 235s. I'm going to go for 245s at the back then. Rim style. Don't want that. Go for sport rims. I already know what alloys I want anyway. They're here somewhere. There they are. So I already bought them, so I know what they are. The little rotors are my favourites. So rim size, probably not going to go huge. Probably going to go with that. There you go, 15-inch. I like 15s. There you go. Nice and small, nice and lightweight. Not going to go for stupidly heavy alloys on my, so we're not going to go for 17s. Now I do know. Remember what I said? I am going for a front. What the hell is that? I kind of like that. I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have to defo find a paint job that works with though. Look at the lip on the front. Right, well we're defo going with a spoiler then. Big old spoiler. Did I have a back? No, I don't think I'll bother with any of this, to be honest. Next off, before we actually go for the paint, I think it's actually important that we do the tune, just so that we don't forget, because that'll just make me look silly. I know I didn't really go into it when I did the FH2 turbo build. I might go back to that at another point, if you guys want me to, obviously. So let's go for a tune. So for our front tyre pressure, I'd say a safe zone's probably around 28.5, and then your back will have less. We'll probably have more like 25 psi. Is that right? 28.5, 25. Yeah, that's about right. So gearing. So usually I'd go for about 376, but I'm feeling more in between. Considering it's a smaller car, like again like a 376 more for like a Skyline, something like that. It's 13, so maybe in between 325 and 355. So maybe in the 340 zone, maybe for our final drive, and then for our first we'll stay for 289, 199. Yeah, we'll go up a couple on there. Go up a few on fourth, go up a few on fifth, try and max out them revs, and then a few up on sixth gear. I didn't even realise this car had a 6-speed. Right, okay, so our alignment. Now this is important, this is where the camber comes into play. So the front, we're going to go to -4. -4, no, we'll go -5. We'll go for -5, and then I'm probably going to keep the backs at -0.5, to be honest. Our toe will go for 0.4 at the front, 0.4 at the back, 0.4 at the back. No, we'll add another one. We'll go for 0.5, and then our front caster angle we'll put to 7. There she is, right. And our anti-roll bars. Now the anti-roll bars are a-hole, so they come pretty damn stiff. So I'm probably gonna go, considering it's a lighter car, more for like the 13.6 sort of area. We ain't got to really go around there. Maybe 14. We'll go. There you go. 13.7, and for the rears we'll go down to probably less than 10. So. Maybe 9ish, maybe towards as 9 as possible. 9.16, that'll do me. Now front springs, probably go with. Let's try and get it up as much as possible. See what the highest is. No way. Springs. It's annoying because. Usually I keep these stock, but I never know really to tamper with these. So, you know, I'm probably going to keep these where they are for now. I'm just going to leave them where they are. We'll do our ride height. We'll get it as low as we can, which is pretty foul, actually. Is that it? Is that as low as I could have got it? That's a shame. It doesn't matter. I suppose it's not. I don't know. It's just, I had an idea of it being really low. Our rebound stiffness. Oh, I think it's going to be in between 8 and 10. No, actually I'm going to go for 8.2, and here I usually have a pretty solid number I always go for, which is just 7.7. Bump stiffness 5.9 probably. 5.5. No, 5.0. 5.0 is a nice round number. Our aero we don't even really have to bother with. So braking force, balance will stick to we'll go for 45%, and our braking pressure will set to 125%. Now on diff, let's go for 85%, maybe, and our deceleration will go for the same as above. I think that's okay. Is that it? Is that my tune? I'm happy with that. You guys happy with that? I think we've done fairly well. I'm sorry if I sound a bit strange. It's because I haven't done this in a while, so I'm sort of just trying to remember. I used to have it all written down in a book because I was that sad, but this is more a tune I'd put on literally like a Skyline or something like that, so I've tried to water it down a bit for Is this a 1.8 MX5? It might be a 1.8. We'll have a look in the stats, I suppose. So, there's her car. It looks horrible. Let's go for some paint, because she is in desperate need. So I actually went and took the liberty of finding a paint job. Oh dear. And this is it. This is the paint job. I just thought it looked so wacky and crazy that I had to go with it. It looks so like baller, the sort of thing you'd put on like an old VW Golf almost, you know. I mean, it just made sense. And then I just painted the wheels black. The wheels are already black. For real? Oh. See if we can have a look. Can I view the car at all? Must be over.
Hey, don't be shy. Come on in.
What?
Let's fix her up.
Shush. Right, so this is our drift build MX5. I think she looks pretty damn sweet. We're definitely going to go out and take her for a test drive. I like that that front bumper hasn't stayed black, but the rim has. Like, I think that looks so sick. I've even seen an MX5 that looks close to this at a meet, apart from it was baby blue. Maybe I'll show you guys a picture of that at some point. But I think that looks pretty sweet. I so wish you could do the interior like an OMP, quick release, and all the Recaro seats. I'd kill to have all of that. But you know what, guys? I think it's about time we're going to put around some corners. Now, don't expect anything magic from me, because I haven't done this in a while, as I said. But I'll certainly give it my best try. So then, first of all, I just want to see what the acceleration's like, because you guys saw how horrible it was. Wow, probably should have given way. Oh, she's a bit more throaty in the low. Let's see if we can get her up. Ready? Oh, much better. You can hear that turbo wearing up. Definitely nowhere near as much power as the EP3, but then that's to be expected. What are we capping out at? Say around, I'm going to say it's going to cap out around 160, start slowing down. What was the type R? Something like 180 mile per hour, something stupid like that. Go and put around some corners. Oh, I am not used to doing this, as you could probably tell, but she does drift. No! Oh, why does this happen? Do you know, these race avatars, the driver tires or whatever, they're actually annoying. I was nailing it at my RX-7. I did have a practice, I'm going to be honest. And this is a white Supra, I think it's the Fast and Furious pack, just come round the corner and smashed into the side of me. So as you guys can probably see, she does drift, and she drifts well. The main problem is I'm not great at drifting, or I used to be. Ouch. This is what I say about the driver tires. I can't stand them. I think they're annoying. Is there a way you can turn them off? But seriously, guys, if you go ahead and make this build and you know how to drift, I'm pretty sure and confident you'll be fine. The car will serve you well. It's just I can't seem to handle. I mean, I'm getting a little bit better the more I practice, but I'm forgetting to change gear and everything, which is bad. And now I've just knocked down. Oh, this is terrible. Alright, guys. Well, this was my drift build MX5. And as I say, definitely try it yourself. And if you can drift, the car will drift for you. It just doesn't want to do it for me because I'm terrible. So don't forget, guys, if you ever have any ideas for this little series, if you ever have any certain cars you actually want me to take on and do up for any reason, like I had the idea for a track day EG, if you guys are interested in that sort of thing, because all this sideways stuff just doesn't suit me. And even as you've just seen, I'm probably going to do a random wheel spin, so we'll see what car we get, and I'll practice my drifting, and then maybe we'll do some more sideways stuff. But anyways, guys, this has been CJP. Cheers for watching.